fight, Preston.
Yeah, I remember Preston from last time.
Yeah.
I remember I was going to ask the promoters, just the officials, what the deal is, having no gym. I remember he had corners last time, and honestly, he was pretty scrappy.
Yeah, I mean, he was a complete guy.
I think he ended up getting submitted.
But he wasn't just like some guy fighting in his garage coming out by himself,
Yeah, I'd be curious to ask him the, logistics of the lack of gym notoriety and just their mindset and as a pretty seasoned pro, I'd like to consider myself. I'd recommend this young blood to maybe go find a team so he can he can get some guidance, get some coaching, and make a as legitimate of a run if this is possible.
Yeah, I think if it's something that you want to be serious about, if you want a legitimate chance of succeeding and continuing your career in this, having a respectable gym to train out of is definitely something that you need to have. But, props to him for doing all of this on his own, if that is the case, and getting here and making it to the cage, making weight, everything that was asked of him, selling tickets. So we'll see how he does tonight. Taking on Josh Aleman from Strong Style. Aleman. Josh, I remember. I would apologize. It's not Aleman, it is Aleman. I was corrected last time on this, and it is my bad for not remembering.
Cody, I think we may have called this. If I'm not mistaken, I think there was maybe like a – has he fought with this?
He fought recently.
There was like a low blow, but the ref didn't call it or something?
I think he was involved in something like that, and it was
I could be mistaken, and if I am, I apologize.
Well, I remember that there was a situation on the previous card where something happened and they had to overturn the results. But I'm not sure if he was involved in that fight or not.
Perhaps not. All the same, I know this guy's got a good team behind him.
I remember from the previous card, we did the post-fight interviews. I was doing those interviews, and Aleman, he corrected me and said it's not Aleman, it's Aleman. That's why he's sticking out to me, because he fought on the most recent professional card on the undercard.
Good, man. One thing I got to brag on Fury's promotion, again, they got super professional cutmen. If you need your hands wrapped, they'll wrap them, they'll grease you up. But that's one thing I've always appreciated. I've always been grateful to fight in Houston for a lot of my amateur and pro fights before the UFC, having all my guys fight. I never really had to troubleshoot tricky cuts. They always had good professional cutmen here. And to get that even in a pro show is usually pretty rare. Aleman, he had the crazy track credentials. That's from, I remember Rich was telling me about him.
Yes.
He's a super athlete, as you can see.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight, brought to you by BumpBox.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series at a catch weight of 150 pounds. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. Standing climbing 9 inches tall, he weighed officially at 151.4 pounds. Fighting out of Preston, Texas, today, he looks for his first victory as an amateur, representing Amped Up Martial Arts. This is Preston Collins. Introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, he weighed in officially at 148.4 pounds. Fighting out of Richmond, Texas, by way of Los Angeles, California, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, no losses, representing Strong Style MMA. This is the All-Star, Josh Aleman. Your referee in charge, JJ Ferraro.
All right. Third fight of the evening, just about underway. JJ gonna let us know when we can fight, and that is the time is now. Let's go.
Yeah, I do remember Aleman. He got crazy track and field credentials.
Ooh.
I remember he's lightning quick. Watch their heads. This is what I mean about
Preston. Yeah, Preston.
He's scrappy. I mean, he'll throw down.
Yeah, moving side to side, great lateral movement, for a guy of his level. Setting some things up, little overcommits to the combination there and gets taken down. Aleman with a heavy ground and pound, but lets him right back up.
Got a takedown, got a couple free shots.
Big knee to the body there. Ooh, Aleman did land a heavy knee.
Yes, he did. Oh, big Superman punch. Preston eats it, though. Jump!
Oh, and that's going to do it.
Wow.
So,
Whoa.
big jumping, flying knee.
That is a knockout for the pros.
Yeah, that's a very high level knockout right there.
Man,
Aleman with a jumping knee that lands on Preston Collins.
Perfect.
And that was all that he needed. Tink.
Man, he's out.
Walk-off knockout.
I mean, that was just picture perfect. That was brutally accurate. I mean, that was a no switch, just jump right knee.
Just jumped right to
on
the chin.
And his opponent was moving. He wasn't standing still. That is so incredibly challenged to pull off. We see Preston sitting up.
Making his way up to the stool here.
That's good.
Seems to be okay.
Man, that was a great fight while it lasted. Congratulations to Aleman. That was an insane knockout. You will not see a better knockout in an amateur promotion ever.
Yeah, I'm going to expect to see that to be reposted over and over on some of these, Facebook and Instagram pages.
Jeez.
I mean, that's a high-level knockout for an amateur fighter.
Man. Again, congratulations to Aleman. Props to Preston. I mean, man, that was picture perfect. You don't see knockouts like that.
No, not at this level. I mean, you'll see some big overhand rights, catch somebody, knock somebody out. Sometimes the heavyweights lay some haymakers on each other, but a precision technical knee, a strike like that to be landed is something you really don't see too often on any level, much less on a regional, local amateur show,
Make this official. I mean, that's a KO.
That's I mean, like I said, we're going to see this tomorrow, reposted on a couple different pages.
Into the very first round, declaring a winner by knockout, the All-Star, Josh Aleman.
Man, it's good to see Preston standing there for the decision. Usually on a knockout like that,
yeah,
they don't. I mean, he's a little dazed, but thankfully he seems pretty healthy.
Yeah, let's get him out and get the doctor to double check him and make sure everything is good with him. Make sure, obviously fighter safety is the most important thing. We've got multiple doctors, everyone here to make sure, paramedic, stretcher, all that fun stuff to make sure that all these guys are taken care of. So I'm sure the doctor's going to check him out and make sure that he's all good.
Talk about a guy to keep your eye on. Josh Aleman. I mean, that's a notable knockout if I've ever seen one.